he fell asleep on the phone with you. I don't know where your fiance was at for you to be able to fall asleep on the phone with another married man, because he's not divorced yet. And then demand that he check in with you.
You've heard the stories before. The ones where a life detonates overnight, where the person someone trusted with their whole heart turns out to be a carefully constructed illusion. The kind of betrayal that doesn't just hurt, it forces you to rewrite your entire past. Every memory feels suspicious. Every smile feels staged. Every "I love you" starts sounding like a line from a script. But this isn't one of those stories. This is worse. Because what Claressa Shields is facing right now isn't just gossip or a messy breakup. It's a total collapse of the reality she believed in. A controlled demolition of a life she thought was solid. And at the center of it all is a man who didn't just stray, didn't just deceive. He allegedly ran a parallel existence. Not sloppy, not impulsive, but deliberate, calculated, precision-level deception. We're talking about hidden households, money allegedly being siphoned, and lies stacked so high that even the people standing closest or couldn't see over them.
Are stronger than ever.
That's battle rap. You know, everything is open for battle rap.
Is there
gangster gossip?
Is there a rap battle podcast? Y'all ain't never hear that?
I don't know.
Double life engineered with chilling patience. And the cruelest part? The world isn't responding with empathy. It's responding with jokes, memes, side eyes, entertainment. While Claressa was grinding, planning, and building toward a future, Papoose was allegedly constructing an entirely separate one. Another woman, another child, another truth locked behind layers of silence. A maze of dishonesty so complex that pulling it apart could either destroy her completely or forge something far more dangerous than heartbreak. A woman who survives it. We all watched it unfold in real time. Saw her walk into the public eye with Papoose by her side. Saw her ride for him, stand 10 toes down, speak his name with certainty.
To replace her.
So now we know Remy and Papoose as black love couples. We've been knowing that for years. Pap held Remy down while she served 6 years in prison. She ain't had nothing.
Trips,
and let's talk about that.
The midnight conversations, the way she spoke about tomorrow like it was already promised. But even the strongest foundations fracture. And when they do, what's revealed underneath is rarely beautiful. Because while Claressa believed she had found her equal, someone building alongside her, someone real, Papoose was allegedly maintaining a second existence so bold it borders on surreal. Not accidental, not messy, intentional. If the claims are true, there were shared holidays with Remy Ma, celebrations Claressa was never invited to, birthdays, vacations, intimate moments carefully.
So things got messy and still getting messy. More on the Remy, Pap, and Claressa trio. We reported on it yesterday, but things started to escalate. Accusations being thrown from both sides, and it's definitely messy on both sides.
Hidden from
But here's
view,
where it gets...
a whole chapter of life sealed off from the woman who thought she was reading the entire book. And then comes the deepest cut of all. Remy Ma is reportedly expecting, and the child is allegedly his. Not a slip-up, not a brief detour, but the creation of a family quietly taking shape, while another relationship played out in the open, a life built behind closed doors, while Claressa remained unaware, allegedly financing the very reality that would eventually push her out of the picture, a betrayal not defined by cheating alone, but by replacement. And then there's the money, because this story doesn't stop at emotional damage. This is where it turns into something darker, something calculated. Sources claim Claressa's finances weren't simply combined or casually shared. They were channeled, quietly rerouted, expenses covered, travel arranged, a whole way of living sustained. All while she believed she was pouring into a shared tomorrow. But paper trails have a way of telling the truth. Leaked records, questionable transactions, murmurs from people who allegedly watched the funds shift hands and purposes. Together, they sketch a troubling image. Not a man making bad relationship choices, but of someone allegedly extracting value from the very person who trusted him most. If the allegations hold, this wasn't just infidelity. It was appropriation. Her faith became leverage. Her affection became currency. And her belief in him functioned like an open vault. One she didn't even realize was being emptied. The most brutal part? She didn't see it coming. Not until information started surfacing. Not until private messages found daylight. Not until Remy Ma reportedly stepped forward and peeled back the illusion, exposing a version of this man that Claressa never knew she was standing beside. A revelation that didn't just change a relationship, it rewrote everything she thought she was living. But this is where the situation really spirals, because this isn't only about a man juggling two realities. It's about how the truth surfaced and who was already circling, ready to pour salt into the wound. Enter 50 Cent, a figure who's never been known to let controversy pass quietly.
It can love itself.
I couldn't really put it together on what possibly could be the relationship there. But yeah, Remy outside the courtroom, standing on business, and she's there, you know, she holding her son down.
He didn't stay neutral. He didn't observe from a distance. He jumped in loudly. Commentary turned to ridicule. Empathy replaced with sarcasm. Claressa's loyalty became a joke. Her faith in love, a cautionary tale dressed up as entertainment. The message was unmistakable. What did you expect? That was the tone. Like this outcome was inevitable. Like everyone else supposedly saw it coming. As if Papoose's reputation was an open, secret whisper behind closed doors, and Claressa was painted as the lone person left out of the loop. But maybe she wasn't blind.
Ticket in town.
Maybe the
She didn't say anything about it, but she hopped online to just apologize because it's her event. People paid money to see these rap battles and stuff like that. It's a real thing. The whole rap battle thing is like a real thing. So
warning signs existed all along, hidden beneath red carpets, affectionate captions, and picture-perfect moments designed for public consumption. Because appearances can be manufactured, narratives can be staged, and love distorts perception. It softens alarms. It quiets doubt. It convinces even the strongest, most disciplined minds to ignore what doesn't fit the dream. And Claressa didn't love halfway. She didn't hedge her bets. She committed fully. And when you go all in, the fall doesn't just hurt, it echoes. Then the messages surfaced. Screenshots. Conversations frozen in pixels that transformed quiet rumors into undeniable uproar. What had once been speculation suddenly had receipts. Remy Ma didn't simply confirm the relationship. She broadcast it. She allegedly joked about moments that should have remained private, writing as if Claressa's heartbreak were nothing more than background drama. As if a woman's devastation was just another storyline to tease online. But this wasn't content. This was someone's reality collapsing in public view. A life unraveling frame by frame. Trust obliterated. Dignity bruised.
Over.
The police are still investigating the motive behind the shooting, though it was initially believed that a dispute may have led to the violence.
Because
and
here's the
all of it happening while spectators treated it like spectacle. And Papoose? His reaction wasn't accountability. It was diversion. Instead of addressing the claims, he reportedly flipped the focus, accusing Remy Ma of her own betrayals, posting images meant to redirect blame, turning the situation into a scoreboard who wronged whom first, as if shifting the spotlight could erase years of alleged deception or justify the way Claressa's devotion was used as cover while he lived another version of the truth. But it's the money that sharpens a wound, because this wasn't just emotional fallout. It was about influence and leverage. Sources claim Claressa's finances didn't merely support relationship. They allegedly sustained an entire lifestyle. Vacations, luxuries, seamless transitions between two separate worlds, all operating under the illusion that
Well, this actually happened outside of the courthouse. Remy Ma got into a courthouse altercation with the daughter of the man her son allegedly.
Thing was legitimate.
So where does that?
And Claressa, by all accounts, was unknowingly financing it. The most chilling detail? He reportedly never planned to walk away from either life. Why would he? He had stability, status, and financial security on one side, and a wife, a growing family, and a hidden future on the other. That isn't just betrayal. That's exploitation wrapped in opportunity. And when something like that comes to light, it doesn't just fracture trust. It poisons the very idea of love itself. Now Claressa stands in the aftermath, sorting through the wreckage alone. What should have been private mourning has been dragged into the open, turned into a public exhibit. Every raw emotion, every post, every reaction, every moment where the armor slips is scrutinized by supporters, by critics, by strangers who once applauded her victories.